The Wednesday Media Pulse on YouTube. I'm Rich Lieberman, and we are live. And God, I feel like crap. I had a good night's sleep. Well, not really, but for me, it was a good night's sleep. But I still feel like crap. Um, but that's another story, right? Okay. Do you like the new Buzz? I look like Yul Brenner. Again, I've done my don't smoke, otherwise you'll look like me. It's my Yul Brenner. The Ali Velshi look. Do you like that and all that? I know. Okay, let me. No wonder I feel like crap now. It's because I have this light kind of all over me. All right, is that better? Okay. Look, I look like the guy in the poison bottle. Right? By the way, do you like these? Hi, how are you? I'm Yoda. I'd like to talk to you. Okay. Does that look better? Now I look completely crazy. And Meshuggah, as my mother would have said. Meshuggah. Wednesday. So, a lot of you come here because you won't admit it. You like it when I rip people or get nasty and, you know, whatever nasty is these days. No. And I'm going to compliment CBS San Francisco, KPIX right there on Broadway and Battery, because they're trying, as I've often stated, they try. They're doing new things, some of which at first I thought was gimmicky and kind of annoying. But given all that is taking place today, not just literally on television, but look at all this negative news. You got what? Paramount now is closing shop. Paramount is owned by Viacom, which owns CBS, and now they're done and kaput. And I've said many times early on that all these devices and all these things like CBS has Paramount no longer, NBC, Peacock, ABC with ESPN Plus and Disney Plus and all these things, they're killing each other. They're saturating the market and it's affecting everything and everybody, including mobile, including streaming, including everything. And, the networks are diminishing. The traditional networks, the shows, there's a few shows that do well, but all of these alternatives are saturating the entire market, and some so much so that they're killing off these properties. Look at what's happening with ABC, on and off trying to sell their television stations. Very seriously now, apparently, thinking about selling ESPN, Disney. And now look what's going on at CBS. Paramount Television, bye-bye, gone. And what's happening, you don't have to be a brain surgeon to know what's taking place. As I have said, I'm not the only one, but these companies there are too many of them. And people have way. Remember, many years ago, we thought, well, we're going to have 100 channels, and then 100 became 500 channels, and then this is just strictly cable, and now 1,000 channels, and that doesn't include streaming, that doesn't include internet. I mean, look what's taking place. The few vehicles, the few programs that are successful. Boy, did you like that? That was my Peter Brady of the day. That are successful. My God, where did that come from? Okay, take two. The few programs these days are either niche programming or these series like on HBO that are getting, or good, the various sites that have good programs are very, very few and narrow. And these sites are beginning to saturate so much that they're killing off their own good things. So be on the lookout. That back to what I was going to talk about originally, and that's Channel 5, KPIX, or as they call themselves, CBS News Bay Area. Now, look, I'm kind of on to this. I thought it was gimmicky at first, but I'm on now to this virtual programming. They got the weather and all their graphics. And from what I'm hearing, they're literally are going to do away with desks. There are going to be no desks. The anchors are going to give you the news. They're going to walk around, literally walk around, and give you a, shall we say, 21st century presentation. And I've watched a lot lately of picks. I like Juliet Goodrich. I've already said that. Liz Cook, I'm hot and cold. I don't know what the deal is with her. I thought she was their top dog, their top banana, and now she seems to be in the background. And I mean, look, she's gotten a lot better from when her initial start here. And she had to fend off all the criticism that she was only there because her father was real high up in the. You hear that phone? It's like it's like, remember the old days of the Channel 9 auction where there was a phone in the background? Ooh, live programming. You never know what could happen. You got a phone call. Anyway, okay. Probably somebody screwing with me. Any event. So Liz Cook, and they've got a lot of frontline anchors, but I like what they are trying to do, and I like this Scott Warren. Used to be a big wig over at KTVU. I'd say big wig. He was a big producer and has a lot of ties there, and he became such a sensation. Did Warren that corporate CBS, 52nd Street, Manhattan, the proverbial BlackRock, wanted to recruit Scott Warren, bring him back to New York, and give him a nice setup, moving expenses, nice six-figure salary, and the high tops, right? Warren apparently doesn't want to go back to New York, and he wants to stay in the Bay Area. Who could fault him, right? Well, maybe some people could fault them because Bay Area isn't what it used to be. Still very nice. We got the weather, we got the restaurants, we got the whole culture, which is not that great. In any event, Warren apparently wants no part of New York, wants to stay in the Bay Area, wants to nurture picks and make it the top dog station. And I think they have a good chance. In my book right now, I would place CBS Bay Area as number one with a slight 1A to NBC down in San Jose. And apparently, there's a lot of good things happening at both stations. With regards to CBS, they're doing very well with this new brand. It's not just San Francisco, this virtual existence. The anchors are going to be walking and doing presentation via that sort of brand. And look, it makes sense. Is it what I've always wanted? No, but it's hooked on me. I kind of think it has an edge. I said it was gimmicky at first, but then I watched it more often, and they still give you a good news product. It's just in the environment we are today, they're trying to placate their base audience while at the same time attract younger folks. And look, everybody, you included, has these phones, and the way we get our information is off the computer. And if it's not the computer, then it's our phone. These phones are, for better or worse, affecting our daily lives more so than ever before. I don't have to be a rocket science to tell you that, but in case you were, hovering around Mars or on Jupiter, now you know. It's just that much of an impact, which translates to news presentation. And the reason why I keep saying I'm going to give picks credit, and Scott Warren in particular, is because they're trying to adapt to the environment that exists today and provide you a format that is watchable, I think, for the most part. The weather guys and the weather images and the all that stuff. Again, slightly gimmicky, but in a good way. And it's something different, it's something new, and I give them credit for trying to be creative and offer what they perceive as a very narrow, and they're right, a very narrow, a very, very small basis of people who actually still watch, call it old style, analog news viewing, if you will. So, what they're trying to do, and have accomplished so far, to a point where apparently CBS is very happy. I'm talking about the corporate, the big suits, is happy. And it's not just happening in San Francisco, it's LA and New York, Chicago, Philly, etc. They are very happy. And they're donating a lot of money to this project so they can make their O&Os more attractive, more watchable, thus perhaps in that very small market attract advertising and Getty Up, or is it Giddy Up? I think it's Giddy Up. Therefore, to succeed. And they have done so enough to where CBS is going to give even more money. And from a local standpoint, I am told not, so they're going to do away with desks and they're going to have a lot more flashy but interesting graphics and layout. And the set is supposed to be altered and very, very nice to watch. And I like that. And Warren is young, he's got a sense of humor, he's got moxie, and the word that I use most often, and that's in any kind of industry, but especially this industry, he's got chops. He understands, he doesn't lament limitations, he doesn't cry over the money or lack of money. Nobody has any money today. Even the people that have all the money, save for Apple or Microsoft or what have you, everybody's got limitations today, folks. It's deal with what you can deal with. Work with what you have and don't bitch and moan about what you don't have unless you're Rich Lieberman, right? Because when I have money and funds, I'm tempted to go off of that, but it truly is the case. Hey, contribute to my cause so I can give you these kind of layout. Okay, so enough about that. So Warren apparently has boxing gusto, and he just turned down, apparently, respectfully, a ticket to go to New York and work with the CBS corporate suits, staying in the Bay Area. So he's got good taste. We'll give him that. And in any event, so there's that taking place. And one or two more things about I was talking the other day about anchors, and some of you mistook my uh, feelings about Dan Ashley, and a few others too. Look, I like Dan a lot. And when I said he comes off as almost too robotic, that's not a knock. It's called, again, constructive criticism. Your personality is just that. As Larry King used to say, be yourself, you know, like my Larry King impression. Be yourself. Schenectady, hello, you're live on Mutual. Okay, that's my Larry King impression. Anyway, he said, be yourself. So Ashley is Ashley, and he's very polished. He's very good at reading the teleprompter and giving you the news, which is what he's paid to do, even though he doesn't have a full contract. Again, that's the ongoing story that nobody reports, because the only person that reports about local media is moi, Rich, here. So, but I didn't kick him in the you-know-what because he's wooden. I just said he's almost semi-robotic. And he giggles and laughs. Doesn't really giggle, more of a laugh. So I'd rather watch him than schmucko Larry Beal, who thinks he's God's gift to the world. That's just my opinion. But so that Vicky Liviakis, I think, is tremendous. And when I said she should and could inject a little bit more personality and don't come across as robotic herself, albeit in a, that kind of a manner. She's a very beautiful woman. And I'm not going to hold back on saying that. If you want to vilify me for saying that, go ahead. Go ahead. She's attractive and she's smart. And she has a very charismatic look of beauty as she ages, like we all do. But in her case, Liviakis ages nicer and beautiful. And I'm sorry, folks, anchoring on television. That's why they call it a visual medium, because we watch, it's visual. Radio, You can look like whatever you want to look like, not be as beautiful because it's a sound medium, not a visual medium on radio. Television news is just that. It's TV. You watch, you observe, you gaze. And believe me, everything today is based upon clicks and baits and this, that, and the other watches, observances. That's why pretty people, men anchors, women anchors, who are decent looking or gorgeous or maybe in between are on television because they are a sight to observe. That doesn't mean they're fantastic. Walter Cronkite wasn't a terribly attractive man. Andy Rooney, remember Andy Rooney? Do you ever wonder why they call it a toaster? Why? Because you put a bread in it, you toast it. That Andy Rooney was my Andy Rooney impression. These are people. Well, he's the exception, Cronkite. But that was when CBS was in the business of giving you news. They didn't give a shit about the ratings because news was different than entertainment, the programming on entertainment. They differentiated, did CBS, not today anymore, between the news division and the entertainment division. Not so today. Today is all measured by appearance and looks and all that. If you're number one, wonderful. But you better look a little good. That's why in Hollywood, I mentioned this the other day. If you're a woman, an actress in Hollywood, the second you turn 30, that's considered, you might as well be 70 or 60, with all due, apologies to women in their 70s. Some of them are gorgeous. You're a woman in Hollywood, actress. You turn 30, they consider you not old, but you're not young anymore. You know what I mean. A lot of you are watching this now. You get what I'm saying. It's very, very, very unfortunate, but it's the facts. It's the way we are today. So enough about that. So what else we got going on today? It's Wednesday. We are ready. We're at the middle of the month already. And they got the back to school ads. We got all this, I said the other day too, that the day after the 4th of July, I saw a back to school ad and I almost threw a wiffle ball at my TV monitor here in the back. I was so annoyed. It's bad enough that time is flying, especially when you get older. Remember that time? Oh my God, it's already going to be the fall. And August is becoming like December. It's a lost month. People are on vacation. They're making babies. They're doing whatever they do. We got an election coming up where we can't even talk about the election because we have no freaking radio station in the Bay Area to talk about news and all that. And the election, God forbid. So it's just August is a lost month, as is December with the holidays and Christmas. Basically, nothing takes place in December. It's all parties and Christmas and all that stuff. And it's lamentable. We're supposed to be a country that is productive and this, that, and the other, and we're not. Okay, so I'm here usually every day, sometimes multiple times. If there's a news event, if there's something that dictates me coming on and spieling, I will be here for you. Please, couple of things. And I say this many a times, but it is more important than ever. I exist on this format on your acceptance, or even if you're not acceptance, but you criticize, but you do whatever you're going to do, but you're here because I'm live and I give you live content, some of which you don't care about, but a lot which you do care about. So please, hello, my name is Lou Ferrigno and I'm doing a public service announcement for Rich Lieberman. Okay. My Lou Ferrigno. Thank you. We'll be here all week. Please make a contribution to my cause up there on the right side of the blog. If you make a $20 contribution or more, you'll get a personal spiel, a schmooze, a moose, a little song, a little dance, a little seltzer down your pants. Okay. Yeah, if whatever donation you can make would be acceptable and wonderful because that's how I pay my bills. Like this stuff, my elaborate set. September 12th, live from the Palatial Studios here. Joe Starkey, the former Cal broadcaster, Hall of Famer, 49ers. We'll talk to Joe. I've got a lot of interviews that I'm working on, have to be confirmed. So, and subscribe to my channel, spread the word, tell your priest, your rabbi, your lawyers, your girlfriend, your mistress, your plumber, whatever about Rich. I'm hard to miss, right? Look at this. The only thing I have in common with President Obama, see these? Okay. I think, does that look better? Okay. This is the worst one, but oh well. Make a contribution. I will personally call you. Thank you for helping me stay on the air so I can, give you this elaborate entertainment and information and my personal opinions and all that. If you want to interact via email, it's rich.lieberman@gmail.com. What else? I will see you later and have a great day. And if you're watching this live, thanks for watching. If you're watching later on, thank you for making me a part of your daily life. We'll see you soon.